Hello, American Idol fans. We have seen the finale of season 17. Laine Hardy has won Party with the Hardy. So we're going to talk about everything that happened in the finale. I'm Marcus James Dixon, senior editor at Gold Derby. I'm here with Susan Wloszczyna and Denton Davidson. And we all kind of thought that Laine would win. But still, I think a part of me wondered, is Alejandro going to pull this off? What do you think, Denton?
You know, I had Laine winning, and I've had him winning for weeks, just because he's just the typical type of winner. But as the finale was going on and as the show continued, I started really to think that Alejandro was going to win. It just seemed like the momentum was going in his favor, and the crowd was sort of on his side. So
shouting, homie.
Yeah. So by the end of it, I thought there could be an upset, but it was Laine, and we had it right all along.
Well, Madison, I realize they keep dressing her up so old, like she's like an opening act in Vegas or something. And it's like, why didn't they? She just didn't. It wasn't that she's not youthful. It's just that the way they, I mean, she shouldn't be dressing like Cher, who's in her 70s. She should dress like her age. And she was the youngest contestant, and she looked like the oldest. So, but the thing that got to her, I think her nerves took hold because her voice wasn't as supple sounding as it can be. And I just think it was a little much for her.
Do you think it was a mistake that she sang Kelly Clarkson?
Yes.
I think so too, because when we actually heard her doing that song, it made me realize, oh, Kelly is better than her, because they've been comparing her to her all through. And I don't know if that was the right move for Maddie.
Well, again, there's a pressure, I think, on that particular night that you don't have throughout the competition. And, she wasn't the favorite for most people. So, she was trying her best. I give her props for doing Shallow and not, making a train wreck. I thought she did pretty good, but it was clear she wasn't as relaxed as she has been to reach the notes she has to reach. So it's too bad.
I think also it was a mistake to do Kelly Clarkson. I said a long time ago she should try to avoid Kelly Clarkson as much as she could. But also that Kelly Clarkson song. It just wasn't an American Idol finale type of song. So
if she did Since You've Been Gone, that would be cool. Something more poppy, rather than a battle.
And more powerful.
Yeah. And you could have fun with it because she is 16, 17? Come on.
Yeah.
Have fun. That's who's going to buy your records. Not their moms.
Do you think that the judges wanted Alejandro? Were they a little disappointed when Laine won?
Yes. I think it was more than obvious that they wanted Alejandro to win. I don't think anyone would question that. I think they really like Laine, and I think they're happy for him that he won. And but they over and over again said how different Alejandro was, how he changed American Idol. There's no one like him. If that's not who you want to win, I don't know what that is.
Katie was happy to be in the same lifetime as Alejandro. You never said that to Laine. Susan, what did you wrote something about Alejandro today and how he changed the show?
Well, it's partly because he got to do all these original songs. As you pointed out, there were 7 during the season. That's a big lot. And I have a phone ringing, and I'm sorry, hold on.
Okay. What do you think that about all of his original songs? No one's ever done that many before on the show.
No, or in the season. I think was it 7 he did throughout the year?
Yeah, I think he did 4 on finale night alone, and then maybe 3 or 4 others. Oh yeah, because he repeated it out loud from his audition.
Yeah, but what I realized rewatching his home visit, because it struck me when I was watching the show, I felt bad because it was his niece and nephew, and we never, I realized another, convention of the show that he broke was he didn't have a backstory like Wade or Demetrius or Jeremiah, that they played up the personal stuff, and he was able keep his, backstory to himself. And there obviously was one, because when the children's choir sang his song to him, he was moved to see that their parents were there supporting him. And he said, I didn't get a lot of support. So that was the only clue he left, I think, this season, to show that there was something amiss in his background. Now, he was homeschooled, so someone had to teach him, I assume his parents, but at a certain point, they probably disagreed on the path he really wanted to take and try to make a success out of it.
He's
So,
also a little bit
I mean, it is interesting though, when, I mean, there were contestants that were, I mean, they would say they were overweight children to get someone to feel bad for them. So, I mean, the things that he must have gone through that we don't know about, I mean, kudos to him for not using that.
Right. No, it was a pleasant, I just realized, he just let his music speak for him.
Yeah. I think I think he will change American Idol. I think we're going to see way more musicians and songwriters playing their own music from here on out, and that's going to be exciting and fun to watch.
They're good.
They're good, yeah.
I just hope they can sing still. Like they still need singers.
Yeah. Do you guys think Laine is going to be remembered as one of the better winners, or maybe one of the more forgotten?
He's still growing. He's not there yet. I think he will grow, but he's only 18 too. I mean, he's pretty much half kid, half man, So, but
yeah, I mean, I guess we'll see in years to come, but I can't remember at one like wow moments. I mean, I remember most of the American Idol seasons, and there's like, David had a few wow. Like there's just certain winners that had those moments, and I don't remember being blown away ever by Laine.
There was one moment for me for Laine. It was in Hawaii when he came out in the suit. And I think that's when he said, who wants to party with
Hardy? Yeah.
And I think that for me was his best.
He had swag. He delivered swag, and he needed to do that, and it worked. And he, that varied through the season, but I think, he tried. I mean, he was building to something there as far as personality.
Mm-hmm. Well, what do we think
of? He clearly strikes a chord, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk a little about poor Maddie Poppe, because Laine Hardy, he should take a note there, because
that was awesome.
She was just like there. She didn't get to sing. And I mean, people got to do the worm, and she didn't get to sing. And she's like the first one they chose. What is wrong with them?
I don't know. And it's like, if they were full on time, then they could have cut. There was a lot of things they could have cut from that 3-hour finale. So I don't know what the deal with it. That was kind of awkward, and her admitting that she's not good on live TV, it was just like, yeah, we can tell.
Yeah.
Okay, what performances from the finale, not like the competition performances, but like the duets and stuff, what ones should we highlight here? I really loved the Katy Perry and the Jeremiah Lloyd Harmon duet of Unconditionally, even though it was totally filmed beforehand. That was not live, you could tell, but it was still good.
I liked, I mean, Demetrius was hot and cold for me, but him and Adam Lambert, I mean, he finally stepped up. With the pressure off, sometimes they do better, and I think he did deliver, and it was all of, a minute, but I enjoyed seeing him get that, because I think we thought that his opera background would maybe help out a little bit with something like that.
It was good seeing Adam Lambert again. I like seeing the old idols, like Carrie Underwood came back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there was that segment of those artists that went viral for all the wrong reasons. So they could have done without that, I think, and given some room for Maddie. But the one I did like that came back was Shay, singing with Andra Day. I thought she sounded great, and it was good to see her back.
Her audition was actually the most viral audition of the whole season, even more than Alejandro. So that it's just crazy to think that she didn't make it to the live shows if she was so beloved by America. So you're saying that you would not have Burping Girl perform on the finale?
No, I could have definitely done without that. And vocals, his introduction that went on and on, I could have done without that too.
Mm-hmm.
So Walker Burroughs going to do something with Bobby Bones? I mean, what was that about?
I don't know. That's what said somebody else that I didn't recognize what name he was saying. It's like a comedy show he's doing, right?
Like on TV somewhere, like ABC? What?
I don't know. I think.
Are they going on the road together?
I don't know. Someone in the comments tell us what Bobby's doing because we didn't get that.
I wouldn't be surprised if Walker gets into entertainment in another way. I don't know if he's a pop star, but I could see him breaking through in some other way.
He was adorable, and he's funny, and he knows how to be himself. He's very comfortable. So, and he's an a cappella singer. So,
and he was fun without being eye roll worthy. Like it's like some people, it's like stop trying so hard, but he was genuinely fun to watch.
I think Walker was weird in a good way, whereas Eddie Island was weird in a bad way.
Yes,
when he
exactly
sang
what I mean.
Benny and the Jets, it was really maybe one of my worst moments of the season because he couldn't sing it; he just shouted it. And poor guy. Well, he could be mayor in Nashville because he's got the buttons.
Well, let's end by talking about the season overall. What did you think of it? Were these finalists some of the best ever? Denton, you first.
I thought it was really good. It wasn't my favorite season ever, but it was a big improvement from last year. I thought everyone was talented, at least in some capacity, and I thought the finale was good for the most parts. And yeah, it was a good group of contestants.
And Susan?
I think so too, but we'll see how far they go, as they say. As far as success and whether Madison's she probably has to finish high school, but we'll see if Laine and her show themselves to be something more than just good at being an American Idol.
Yeah, I love this season overall. It was a huge improvement over last year.
Oh, last year was awful.
I do want all three judges to come back. I just feel like they really need to get more constructive and less positive. And I mean, it's possible they could do it. They've done it before. It's just they need to do it more. I think they're just so worried about hurting people's feelings. They just need to get over that. They're judges. They're getting paid millions of dollars to do this.
Especially,
I see those old clips of how harsh it used to be, and it wasn't always mean. I mean, sometimes it was just legitimate criticism, and it was just more interesting to watch, I think. And the contestants didn't go sobbing and give up. I mean, I think it pushed them further. So I wouldn't be upset with some shuffling of judges. But sometimes you wish for something and it turns out worse than you had it before. So I mean, these three are fine.
Well, apparently they're a little expensive because they're trying to. I mean, they're paying Katie especially like $25 million to do the work. And I think I would love to see other people, who can sing. I think it helps that they're not producers or whatever. And, Simon was an exception. And, have a good mesh and a good mix of different voices, trying to help these people do better. But I would love Bette Midler to be on. You could do it all by yourself, and I would watch it. So.
Adam Lambert would be a really good judge as well if his schedule allows.
Yeah.
Well, thank you everyone for watching us all season long. We've been enjoying talking about American Idol with you. You can also, going back to Gold Derby, you can predict things like the Emmy Awards and the Oscars coming up. It's all fun. It's all free. You could just join up and sign up and and start predicting. So thank you everyone for watching.